President, distinguished guests, ambassadors, scholars, artists, friends. It's a lovely opportunity for the Somaliland presidency to host us just here before we start the opening session of the 12th Hargeisa International Book Fair tomorrow morning. Thank you, Mr. President, for the honor. Somaliland government has been always supportive and allied to the Hargeisa International Book Fair, ensuring our security and safety, supporting our goal to attaining the wonderful permanent space for artists and culture, and supporting the literature in Somaliland and elsewhere. I'm grateful to the support of the Somaliland Police Forces and the Ministry of Interior, as well as the Minister of Religious Affairs and Endowment. Thank you. We today, while we at the Hargeisa Cultural Center from tomorrow, we will endeavor to expose our guests to the Somali culture, artists and literature for the rest of the entire week. Tonight, we want together experience the hospitality of the Somaliland government, to meet some of our officials and have time to share some political predicament of our nation. Distinguished guests, this year has been a challenging year for Somaliland and for its people. While our leaders and society as a whole continue to engage with the world in a meaningful way, as a society, we are burdened by the impact of isolation in every sense. We are raising a generation of Somalilanders so severely crippled not only by the literary impact of the war, the conflict, but also the continuous and sustaining international lobbying effort that sort of blocks that they go to the world and attain the knowledge that they have the right to access. Tonight I want to focus that a young generation of Somalilanders are suffering to get their education because of they cannot travel. That's an important thing that we want to underline in front of our friends who are here. Imagine a young person from Somaliland who against all odds managed to succeed and finally get the documents or exception of the resources of travel for a conference or an event or simply getting a scholarship, and that's cancelled just because you are from Somaliland. Can you imagine this unfortunate level of inaccessibility? Our ability to contribute to the world culturally, sport, music, artists, and economics, everything is being stifled by the no status de facto of Somaliland, so they cannot travel and share with the world. Somaliland needs brave friends like you and allies that do not yield to the pressure of bullying, not necessary to take a political chance on us, but give our people the opportunities that they need to thrive and in their different fields. Those of you who are here are a testimony of that friendship. We want brave friends like you who come here, share with their knowledge, but also get something from the history of Somaliland and mingle with the young people of Somaliland who want to share their ability and their chances in art and culture. I hope each one of you will become a brave friend of Somaliland and an ally of our institutions, our youth, our writers, our musicians, our artists, our scholars. We want to try and find a way to connect the country you are coming from, their institutions, with our higher education institutions, with the knowledge production that we can contribute to each other. I'm so eagerly happy to share with you that just today, 15 PhD students or scholars just left Hargeisa, and some of them are here with us, and they came here as a scholarship to learn with the young Somalilanders. And that happened because of our friendship of two different universities in the UK, and University of Bristol and University of Exeter, that had the courage to come here and to organize such a wonderful workshops, inviting other African, 10 African countries, and hosting here the entire work to share and to learn with their counterparts in Somaliland institutions. Tomorrow we'll talk about much more of this. But this kind of non-political investment in human capital and economic capital is what we need. It's that this country needs, and from our friends like you, and that truly makes the difference on us and on the future of this part of the world and the region of the world. And now that I have shared my frustration about the young Somalilanders who cannot access the knowledge that they have the right to do to the world, and tasked you to the responsibility to be friend of Somaliland. On a lighter note, I would like to welcome our guest country, Egypt, for this year, and our distinguished guests are coming from 23 different countries. We will talk tomorrow about this, and with this note, please enjoy your meal. Thank you so much.
adeega cusub ee shirkadda dahabshiil iyo ii-dahab casriyeynta hanaanka cusub ee xawilaadda dahabshee haddaba macmil adeegan cusub ee casriga ahi waxa uu kuu sahlayaa in adigoo jooga gurigaaga ama goobtaada shaqo aad lacag ugu xawishid asxaabtaada iyo ehelkaaga jooga daafaha dunida